What is going on, everybody? It's your observant lineman, Uche Nwaneri, and we got some breaking news in the college football world. Now, I know we already kind of went through this before with Nick Saban, but it appears once again, after the false positive, that we now have gotten a true positive result for the beer bug for the Alabama head coach. This is coming out of TMZ. Breaking news article happened about 2-3 hours ago. And let's see what the article says from TMZ in regards to Nick Saban. Then I'll give you guys my thoughts on the situation, how it should affect the team, if at all. And we'll go from there. So it says Alabama's football coach Nick Saban has tested positive for COVID-19 again. Only this time he's symptomatic and will likely not coach in the Iron Bowl against Auburn on Saturday. Obviously, Iron Bowl, big game, huge game. We've seen some crazy finishes in that series since Nick Saban has been the head coach of the Rolling Tide. The most notable was the missed field goal that Auburn was able to return for a touchdown with no time left on the clock.
45, there goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow.
That's probably the biggest win in that university's history against Alabama. But, just an example of some of the great finishes they've had in that game. This morning, we received a notification that Coach Saban tested positive for COVID-19. The university said in a statement. He has very mild symptoms, so this test will not be categorized as a potential false positive. He will follow all appropriate guidelines and isolate at home. Number 1 ranked Alabama is set to take on the 22nd ranked Auburn in the Iron Bowl this weekend. A huge game, but Saban is not expected to be on the sidelines this time around. Saban previously tested positive for COVID back in October, but was not symptomatic and ultimately coached just 3 days after the positive test. When Bama took on Georgia, obviously they beat the hell out of Georgia. But it says after the game, Saban was seen on video dancing in the locker room with players while not wearing a mask. Get well soon, coach. Now, look, at the end of the day, it was a false positive the first time that Nick Saban tested positive. It wasn't a true positive. We've seen that happen with Matthew Stafford out in Detroit in the NFL. It's possible, especially with a lot of these, these quick reaction tests that are really like 80, 85% in their efficiency. There have been a number of cases that have come out as false positives for the test. But now he's showing symptoms. Now he's going to be sick. How does this affect Alabama in this game they got against Auburn? Well, look, Alabama is more talented than Auburn, but talent alone is not going to get them across the finish line. We've seen it happen to Alabama when they've played Auburn a number of times. Now, what they're going to miss with Nick Saban not being there is absolutely they're going to miss that the motivational presence that he has, the requirement of accountability that he has in regards to how he handles his players on the sidelines and what he expects from them during the course of a game. But with the culture that he has built in Alabama, I don't think anybody would be surprised if this team had just another day at the office against Auburn. Alabama has been, their culture has been cemented over the last decade or so with Nick Saban. They do things a certain way there, and they expect to win. So, it's hard to break that kind of habit once it's been made. Alabama always finds itself in position to be a part of the national championship picture, regardless of how they start the season, and a lot of times regardless of how they perform late in the season. That's the kind of presence that the Alabama football program has, and that's what it means to the college football world. So I wouldn't expect that this is a team that is going to allow themselves to punch below their weight going against Auburn. They're going to bring everything that they have. They're going to bring their best game because it's a rivalry game. And not only that, this is just a team that has the discipline to move forward when they don't necessarily have, a figurehead, a motivator like Nick Saban there with them. He's going to have that team ready to play when they take on Auburn. So I don't think this is something that is going to be a big worry for anybody who's a Bama fan. But you know, it is what it is. He's got the virus. He's going to have to isolate, and you know, he'll be back with the team in short order. We all know that, you know, a few weeks down, you know, if you recovered well, he's showing mild symptoms, he recovers well, he'll be good, and we'll move on from this in short order. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Auburn could potentially use this to their advantage to kind of give themselves a mental boost to go into playing Alabama and pull out an upset win? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to the Observant Lineman Uche Nwaneri if you haven't already done so. I am your Observant Lineman, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.